Hello guys, we have two new 4K titles coming for Blu-ray. There's no news on Cruella on this site, but I bet that movie's coming out on 4K as well. Again, we have two new movies that are getting 4K releases. So Mortal Kombat is not getting the standard release like, Godzilla and Wonder Woman 1984 are getting. So Mortal Kombat is getting these Blu-ray plus digital treatment. I am starting to believe that I'll trying to phase out DVDs basically, cause for a while, like every single movie released came with a DVD. Every single movie, I think, as well. But hopefully they're not trying to phase out physical media, because that would be a bad, sad thing. It's that day in all of entertainment if they phase out physical media. I know Disney has been trying to do it for a while, but they have been unsuccessfully, trying to phase out physical media and make it to putting everybody on Disney Plus. Because physical media, of course, has its upsides. Of course, you actually own the movie. You don't have to, wait for, and everybody have something on streaming. It eventually will go out off, even if it's a original, because they might lose the license for said series in a couple of years, and the series won't be on there, and they probably won't release it on Blu-ray. And there's probably tons of original series on Netflix and other streaming services that are lost forever, either because the streaming service shut down, either because they lost the rights to the series or something like that, or the movie. And because they refuse to release Netflix refused to release it on physical media, that show is basically lost forever. It's the same thing with the several video games. There's several video games that are digital only, and now are going on the Wii and the DS that are lost forever because they're only digital only. It is why lots of people love like limited one games, because at least you can have a physical product for these games. You don't have to worry about said game being destroyed and being discontinued because digital storefront won't carry it anymore. Same thing with the App Store. If something gets taken off of the App Store, that means it's not able to be owned. It's mostly usually bootleg games, but you have like the Flappy Bird controversy that happened like nearly a decade ago. Okay, that controversy, Flappy Bird, remember that thing? Okay, but you know that stuff like that happens. But now let's get back to the real conversation, which is Blu-rays here. So for A Quiet Place is getting a 4K Ultra HD release. Not surprised in the slightest. And actually, the box office is looking very favorable for A Quiet Place compared to Cruella, which I was expecting Quiet Place to outsell Cruella at the box office. Unless Disney managed to pull some dark magic, and make Cruella number one at the box office. Because I didn't really think Cruella would top the box office. I don't think anyone thought it would. Cruella was gonna be one of those movies that people weren't gonna care about, and I was completely correct. Yeah, okay. Cruella was going to be a big massive flop. Flop, just like Mulan, just like all the other Disney movies. It seems that people are finally starting to wake up to Mulan. Disney's remakes, of course. Disney's laziness when it comes to movies. But yep, we have Mortal Kombat Blu-ray, DVD, and 4K Ultra HD. If you really want the DVD, just get the DVD. Okay. If most people just gonna buy the Blu-ray just to have the Blu-ray. It still comes with a digital code if you want to have the digital version. But it is kind of sad that it's an end of an era with Blu-ray DVD combo packs. It is kind of an end of an era, but it was going to end eventually because they were going to eventually phase out DVDs. I think it's something that we're going to have to accept. We're not really going to be able to fight that. Unlike fighting against digital media, which is trying to basically just replace physical media altogether. You know, as well as with streaming services. I think that's a whole different battle. They're trying to. We're got all these new shows that are coming out. Most of them are on streaming services because they want you to buy these streaming services instead. Most of like the big names are all on streaming services instead of TV. Trying to get as well. there aren't really many TV shows that are coming out on cable TV anymore. It's mostly on you know all these 654 streaming services that are coming out. I think streaming is gonna be unsustainable if there's so many. I think if there's just like one or two or three streaming services, but I think the streaming services that could probably survive is like Disney, Amazon, of course, because Amazon's just so big as a company. Amazon, Netflix, Disney, and probably the Warner Media thing that they're making event as well. I was gonna say HBO Max, but they're ditching HBO Max for Warner Media apparently. And yeah, that's basically about this video. Goodbye.